Hey guys, it's Jesse from PS4Daily.com here, and today we're taking a look at an entry in a series that's gotten a lot of controversy for the wrong reasons, or a lot of tension for the wrong reasons. And that entry is Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, or Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes on the PlayStation 4. First off, I got this on the PlayStation Store. It's on sale right now for about $6 or $7 for PlayStation Plus members, and I would say that it's worth every single penny. A lot of people have said that this game is more of a demo. There are a lot of stories. We've even run a few stories detailing the length of the game, that being an hour to 2 hours maximum, uh, just doing a straight run through. And I do want to point out that that is just a straight run through, and that's just going through the main mission, which you're seeing some of right now. You're seeing the latter half of one of my future runs of the main story mission. And that's the thing about Ground Zeroes. It's not you don't, in my case at least, I didn't just play one run. My first run was clocked in at 95 minutes, so that's an hour and 35 minutes total. A little bit shy of 2 hours, and definitely more than 1 hour. But I didn't just play this main mission one time. I played it over and over and over, trying to properly assess the best way to tackle this situation. The situation being rescuing two of the two of the two of the operatives that have been located within this camp. If you didn't already know, basically Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. I think it takes place before or after Metal Gear Solid 3. If you want to get a proper handle on the storyline, I think you would have to play Peace Walker, which was a PSP title, but it was re-released in the HD collection for the PS3 and PlayStation Vita. So if you guys want to play that one, you'd have a greater handling on Ground Zero's story. For me, the most interesting fact for this, or about this, is the fact that I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. I did play a demo back when PS2 demo discs came with the official PlayStation magazine, but that was just Metal Gear Solid 3's demo, and I stopped playing it around after 5 minutes. It didn't interest me. There weren't enough explosions. There wasn't enough action. It bored me to tears. So I've kind of looked at the Metal Gear Solid series, and I, from afar up until this point, I never really saw what people saw in it. I never really wanted to play it beyond that initial impression of the demo from Metal Gear Solid 3. And so, me playing Ground Zeroes and actually enjoying it, not really understanding the story too much, but enjoying what it has to offer in terms of replayability, in terms of freedom, due to the open world concept of it all. It's really surprising for me. It's really fantastic, because here I am being dropped into this world I know absolutely nothing about, and getting to experience all of this stuff for the first time. I don't know what exactly is going on. I have a very slight, idea of the events that are unfolding, but I'm not as informed as someone who had maybe previously played Peace Walker or any of the other titles in the Metal Gear Solid series. So all this is new territory for me, and it's just so much fun. So Ground Zero's gameplay is set in like an open world. Mind you, I said open world, meaning that the levels themselves are open and there are different levels to go through. It's not sandbox like GTA or Mercenaries Playground of Destruction, which would be a more accurate comparison. It's not sandbox because you can't just go from level to level to level by walking, or it's not laid out. All of the whole game isn't just laid out in front of you and it's just taking you through all these places. That's not Ground Zeroes. Ground Zeroes is, again, open world. It's the levels themselves are relatively open, which allow you to tackle it in just about any way you want to. For the majority of this mission, I tried to go through it in a stealthy manner because I myself enjoy stealth games a lot. And so you guys can see there, I messed up quite a bit. I was trying to hide from that camera, and I was trying to spot some of these enemies so I could get them on my radar, and I wouldn't have to exactly worry about them, and I wouldn't be surprised by them. And I kind of messed up there, so I had to take a more hands-on Rambo approach from there. And that's really what I like about it. There's so much freedom, and that's what I loved about Mercenaries, and that's what I love about this game too. There's just so much freedom to do what you want to do while you're tackling these missions, and it's so amazing. Here is Paz's location, but because I alerted the other guards, I can't exactly get to her at this moment in time. But as you're gonna see later on in this video, I managed to hide out for a little while and wait out the situation, and it de-escalates from a situation where everybody knows where I am to where they're more cautious, and then from there it flatlines to the point where they're like, okay, well, he's not here, let's stop the search. And I do want to point out that when I got behind the barrel, or the boilers the first time, or not the first time, but when I got behind the boilers in this gameplay, in this video you're seeing here, I was taking advantage of one of my favorite aspects of Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero, something I would like to see in other third-person games and first-person games too, or just games in general, and that's the enemy not knowing exactly where you are. As you guys can see there, it just said that they're checking my last known position. In almost any other game, hiding underneath these barrels would not have worked. They would have known exactly where I was, and I would have gotten lit up and died instantly. In Ground Zeroes, that's not how it works at all. Instead, they look for you at your last known position, which is fantastic. Like I've said so much in this video, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It allows you to get so much more strategy in there. If you want to go in guns blazing, you can do that. If you want to go in stealthily, you can do that. If you want to go in stealthily and you get caught, and you don't want to switch to gun blazing, you just want to go back into a stealthy approach, you can do that. There's so much flexibility in terms of what you can or can't do in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and I would assume the Phantom Pain, and I just love it. As you guys can see here, I'm using the silent pistol to try to take them out. It's a tranquilizer dart, so I'm trying to take them out. And the first few times, I was like, why isn't this working? I'm shooting them, and I'm shooting them, and I'm shooting them, and they're not falling. They're not falling asleep at all. And then they fall asleep. I'm just like, well, what just happened? And it wasn't until later on that I realized if you shoot them in the body, the tranquilizer doesn't take effect until a few seconds later. In order for it to take immediate effect, you're going to want to get a headshot in. And I really thought that was cool. Just little details like that I really love. Graphics in this game are really nice. Just one thing though, the skin looks really plasticky, especially in the rain. When it's raining on Snake and any of the other characters, you can see that their skin gets really, really shiny. I mean, even in real life, you know, your skin will get shiny. It's water dropping on you, that's understandable, but this gets a little bit too shiny. It starts to tiptoe into the realm of this could not happen. I can't exactly think of the word here, but yeah, it's not believable. So that kind of bothers me, but it's just a little small thing. It's me nitpicking at the most. But yeah, so here I'm going to take Paz to the chopper after I call it down. That's another thing I like. Either I could call down the chopper in a safe location, or I could call it right next to this building that I'm in and take the chance. Now the enemies will start to shoot at the chopper, and that could be really bad depending on the situation and depending on how many enemies you have, what kind of guns they have, and if there are any armored vehicles nearby, because if they shoot the chopper for long enough, the chopper will explode, and I think you might fail the mission. That hasn't happened to me yet. But yeah, the chopper will come under fire. It will get damaged actually. I know a few times I've come out there with black smoke billowing out of there, and that's the fun part of it. Just playing it like get to the chopper type gameplay. I've never experienced that before, so having those really intense moments where I'm making a mad dash for the chopper in an effort to get there before they take it down. I'm fending off enemies as the chopper's taking off. The game doesn't take control away from you and just throw you into a cinematic. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And even there are those times when I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to call it in a safe location. So then I do have to travel further away and take a more cautious approach to everything, and that's great too. But yeah, so that's the main mission. What about the side missions? Well, the side missions do offer a little bit more. They're different. They're definitely different from the main story mission. They are set during the daytime or the nighttime, depending on the side mission you play. One of them has you rescuing an operative whilst you're providing covering fire from the helicopter. Another one has you taking out two VIP targets located somewhere around the base during a daytime mission. And another one, again, has you retrieving a cassette tape which has some valuable information on it, which you can then listen to during one of the missions or listen to at the main title screen. So there's a lot to do in Ground Zeroes. You can play the missions over and over and over again to decrease your completion time so you can get a higher rank. You can go through the game and collect some of the collectibles and unlock, I think, 1 or 2 extra missions. There's the Deja Vu mission, which has something to do with Metal Gear Solid 1. I haven't gone through to unlock it yet. So yeah, there's a lot to do in Ground Zeroes, so it's definitely more than an hour long. It's not a demo, but it is a demo at the same time. It's an accurate representation, or at least it's a good representation of what we can expect out of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. So in that regard, yes, it is a demo, but it's a very meaty one. But it's also a full game. Yeah, Ground Zeroes is really complicated, or describing Ground Zeroes can be complicated at times. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a demo in the traditional sense, in that it should be something that's really cheap or something that should be free. It's essentially a game. It's the prologue act to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and it's definitely worth your money. If you haven't already, go pick it up on the PlayStation Store. It's only $6 or $7 for PlayStation Plus members. I think it's like $10 or $11 for regular PSN members. So yeah, definitely worth your money, definitely worth your time, and especially if you haven't played a Metal Gear Solid 5, or if you haven't played a Metal Gear Solid title, this is definitely a good jumping in point to the series. Anyway, I'm Jessey with PS4Daily.com, and let me know what you guys think of the video and Metal Gear Solid in general in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.